native people were forced into the residential school.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So that's still, and the fear by the cult of the Roman Catholic Church that's put in our heads in the residential school. So we lost our native culture, our native childhood, etc. They
We
tried to
were
program our native people into the white people.
we were treated the same way, brother. Like specifically my tribe, my people was everyone were killed except for my grandmother. That's the way that my bloodline survived.
Yeah,
So, but we are First Nations back home. Like we are
yeah,
Yaris from Sonora. We are the protectors of the deer. The blue deer is our power animal. And believe me, I totally understand what are they passing through. It means I saw my grandmother and everything that she passed through, so I totally understand that. But I understand as well that we as a new generations and all of you as the elders, we need to start to take out or to get back all the knowledge that we can, right? Like, for example, all this knowledge comes from the wisdom of the elders and comes from the codex that the Toltecs were left hidden in order to protect our ceremonies, to protect our inheritance, our knowledge, uh, to give us this feeling of we still belong because we could keep that wisdom with us, right? So now we are
that's it.
sharing into the world because the
Yeah,
elders said that the knowledge belongs to all the humanity, not just to a few elders that have the codex. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I do.
I totally
And
understand their feeling.
I was fortunate enough to meet elders throughout my life that taught me how to use the natural medicine.
Hmm.
I rose. So that's
Hi,
it.
Hi, sister.
how are you? Nice to meet you.
Happy to see you, Sister Rose. I have been seeing you and following you.
You?
You're such a beautiful person. What an honor to have you
Oh,
here.
thank you.
Well, I'm
Thank
going
you.
I'm going to start to record these for the grandmother
Recording in
back home.
progress.
Just so you know, we're just gonna wait 5 more minutes in order for more people to join us, and then we're gonna start if that is okay with you. So, Sister Rose, is anything that you would like to share? How has been your week?
Busy, busy.
Very
Yeah,
busy.
great. We went to the round dance.
Oh,
The round dance was the best it's been, so that was good. And
great.
yeah, just connecting with lots of people and staying busy.
Totally understandable, sister. But well, we're
I
trying to
bet
get
you
you
you're
more
super busy.
busy now with Moon Dance. And the council definitely is
Yeah, no,
was busy.
yeah. I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Oh, my
Yes.
honor to for you to join us. Thank you so much. So I was talking to the brothers how we recover the moon dance knowledge from the codex that were saved from the extermination from the white people, right? And that's what we're working on now. So today class is very beautiful because he's showing up some of the medular parts of the moon dance. Just in case, I think none of you were in the last class, but grandmother Ellie were explaining on that one um, that it was came from one of the codex that is thousands of years ago, and it was rooted on the a deer skin, and is presumed that these skin were all over the continent, and that a lot of the knowledge that we have as a part of the moon dance comes as well from the brothers and sisters Lakotas. in United States. And we have some songs, curiously, that I have here with the brothers and sisters in the north. And the elders used to say that this was a knowledge that were put together from all this continent, from the very north to the very south, and that they used to practice moon dance and sun dance at the same space at the same time as this balance of energies.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful because the codex that she was showing up shows up how people from the four colors, red, black, white, and the four yellow, the four directions, were together into the sun dance and the moon dance at the same time in the same space. So that was like minded, like we had been rescuing parts of it, right? But I really feeling that when this white buffalo calf woman come to us to
Just want
tell
to
us
hear
that
it.
we need to share this, it was something
Moon dance.
really huge. Oh, hi, Bonnie.
Okay. Hi, sorry I didn't
Hi,
mute it.
Bonnie. Hi, Matthew.
That's so
Hi,
nice.
everybody.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi.
Oh, you know Bonnie, Sister Rose?
Oh, hi, Rose.
Yes.
Yes. Good to see you.
How are you?
Beautiful.
You too. Yeah,
Awesome.
I've known Bonnie for 22 years. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good to see you, Rose.
You
We're
too.
practicing.
Call me because I drowned my phone.
Okay. I'll text you right now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. Nice to see you, hon.
You too. Thank you.
Well, so I'm just gonna give 3 more minutes so we can start today's class. But it's something that someone else would
Okay.
like to share.
I just don't know right now. I'm just unwinding from the day.
No worries, sister. Have you heard before about the moon dance, sister? Just as a curiosity for me.
Not just the I looked it up on Google on YouTube,
Oh, I see.
and it was a white lady that was, or no, she was black lady, and she was talking about their culture and their moon dance,
Oh.
and about the new changes. You
Mhm.
know,
Mm,
yeah, I'm
interesting.
gonna do a ceremony with my hair tonight. We're
Okay.
gonna cut our hair and burn it tonight. So, but that's what I'm gonna do with my granddaughter anyway.
I see. No, that's very interesting. I know that the grandmother Malinali in Mexico is the one that started to share
Yeah,
the moon dance and took the fire, the sacred fire, to all over the world in order to share this knowledge. So she was the first one who started to spread these
nice.
ceremonies around the world. And now is our turn as a turtle clan to start to do it because, as I mentioned before, we have this vision from the white buffalo calf woman. And well, we're here.
We are.
Exactly. So I'm going to
Yeah.
start
So,
to share. Yes, sister.
what is the date again?
It's going to be on June.
Or out in the country?
It's going to be June 20, 21, 22, and 23. 4 days.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. I really want to come.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to be more than honored, sister. And just bring everyone who wants to
Thank
join
you.
it. It's going to be a beautiful, really beautiful experience. Like to have all our elders from all over again together. It's wow, like really awesome. Like some of the elders,
Yeah.
brothers as well
Awesome.
from the very north, they are coming. I have another elder that is like the bundle guy from the Sutsina. He's coming as well.
Yeah.
So wow, it's
What, what?
beautiful.
Who's the bundle carrier
I
from
think
Sutina?
well, I know that they call them the his grandfather Eagle, but I don't remember his name. Sorry. They told me, but if I had been meeting so many
Starlight?
people that I really don't remember
Yeah.
his name. I just remembered the Eagle because Eagle, my people is from the Eagle side too, right? So I was like, oh, look at that, your brother, like double brother.
Awesome.
That's why I remember that he's
Well,
Eagle and he's the bundle guy from the Tsutsina Nation. But
yeah.
I honestly don't remember his name. I can look after and let you know for sure. But he
Well,
already
my
said on
family's
his side.
Starlights.
Oh, really? The Starlights that has the songs? Oh, they are beautiful. I'm
Are
learning
you
songs
related?
from them.
Thanks.
Sorry, are you related to Jesse Starlight, Rose?
All Starlights.
Oh,
My
he's one of my.
grandfather was the chief there.
Oh, he has some horses.
I'll
Oh,
show,
then.
I'll show you my family tree someday.
All right.
I want
Yeah.
to know too. I'm snooping in here.
Awesome.
Okay, well,
Yeah, no, that'll be awesome.
I'm gonna start to share our my screen so we can start with the class today. And
Thank you.
please, if you have any question, you can let me know, or we can wait at the end. So please just, oh, that's my daughter. Sorry about that. I supposed to close all those before. Here we are. So can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Well, we're gonna start then. And to talk about the moon dance, we need to talk about the coyolxauqui. Coyolxauqui is a monolith, a big stone that was founded at the doorstep of the biggest pyramid in Mexico, and it has a big history. That's how, according with the codex, the Mariano Codex, the moon dance was born. And the history of Coyolxauqui says that in Coatepec, that is like a mountain in Tula, Mexico, was a woman named Coatlicue. Coatlicue was the mother of Coyolxauqui, and the 400 Sensowinawas that they are considered stars. Now, something that is important for you to think about it when we are talking about this is that for our ancestors, the gods or the Coyolxauqui or Coatlicue were more than people as you and me or gods. They were considered elements like Coyolxauqui represents the moon. Coatlicue represents the universal power of Mother Earth. So that's why it's considered the mother of everyone and everything. And the sensowisawas or the stars are all the energies that affect the human being. And with energies, we mean like love, peace, but in the bright side as well, the dark side, like jealousy, envy, all of them. The elders used to count 400 of them. So that's the reason why is this. So when we're talking about these characters, we're talking about feelings or elements or things around the world that affect our lives directly or indirectly. So just for you to take in mind, to have in mind in order to understand a little bit the history. So to continue with this, Coatlicue was sweeping the temple of the Snake Mountain when a bowl shaped plumage like feathers came down, and she picked it up and placed it in her breast because she thought that it was beautiful. At that moment, she became pregnant. When her children found out that Coatlicue was pregnant, they agreed to kill her because it was a disgrace. Remember that for our people, honor was one of the most important things that we have, as well as our worth. That's why whatever that we said, we can consider that it's going to get done. And as well, when we deny something, you can consider that it will not happen because honor is one of the most valuable things that we have as a human beings, as a Toltecs. So that's the reason why it was so important. So Coatlicue was scared and saddened, and she was sent to learn the plan. When she knew about the plan, she was pregnant from Huitzilopochtli. Huitzilopochtli is one of the principal energies that we have, or gods that we have, or representations of power in our wisdom. So she was pregnant with Huitzilopochtli, and when he knew he was growing on her womb, he told her, "Do not be afraid, because I know what I must do." So he was ready when he was growing into his mom's womb to protect her even. So the day came when coyolxauqui and her 400 brothers dressed into a war kill to kill their mother. When the brothers reached the summit, Huitzilopochtli was born. So the new baby was born already, dressed on his attire, or with his shield, his eagle feathers, and the Turkish darts. That means he was ready for the war. The legend says, or the codex says, that he was just ready to the war. And this is like the elders used to say that this was a representation of how the babies, the newborn babies, have to fight since the day number one, since the moment that they are passing through the birth canal. They need to fight for their lives, right? In order to have this breath, a first breath, and can survive because they are completely dependable of mom. So those are the examples with the reality that we have now. So finally, the brothers faced each other in that battle. But with Shilopostli cut off Koyolxauski's head, and her body rolled down the mountain, falling into pieces. The codex says that she was divided in 6 pieces. And if you know a little bit about this holy geometry, 6 is a very important number as well. Finally, the brothers face each other in the battle, but with Shilopostli cut off Koyolxauski's head, and her body rolled down the mountain, falling into pieces. So the other brothers headed to south. The reason why they were named Sorianos, or South people, because they just went into the south. So when you see the map, or the Mayans use the stars, they're used to talk about these 400 stars. Remember, that's why they're called the South people, and they were very important in order to create the sun uh, codex, the sun stone, that it's wrongly known as an Aztec calendar. It's not a calendar, but anyways, that's the way that people know it the most. So every day the battle of the light and darkness occur. So this battle that we are talking about between Coyolxauqui and her 400 brothers against Huitzilopochtli, the newborn son of Coatlicue, is representing the day and night. And the wise elders used to say that this battle is going on every single day. With the daily sunrise is considered the triumph of light over the darkness, but one cannot survive without the other one. So they are complements. The message is awakening the intuitive and taking a position to truly act. Go with it and listen to the divine voice, activating the internal healing process or processes is what is work on on it the moon ceremony. What it's trying to say is that we can awake our inner power to heal, because with this feminine energy, all the healing powers from a medicine woman and a medicine man are giving back to us. And it's not that you didn't have it, you always have it in you. It's just that we don't remember because we lost the knowledge, because we lost identity, because we were attacked as at some point, and we were losing information, right? So this is part of what the codex says and the wise elders used to teach us when we were young. So the message, the message is, remember your genetic memory, reconnect with the sacred, seek seeking your goals, and act as the consequence of this change for life. What it means is that we need to be honorable. We need to be responsible of whatever that we set, including the consequences of this. So that's why the word is very important to us, just as the honor is. This ceremony touches us and transforms our lives in every single way. The moon ceremony is created to help you to realign yourself with who you are really was born to be. That amazing human being that comes from the stars, that has the God power in it, and that has something to do in this earth. So, by transforming everyday life in a superior connection is generated, since we listen to the intimate being that guides. This connection that we do in the moon dance with the moon or this feminine energy is meaning to help you to have reaffirm all those values that the Toltecs warriors used to have. And when we talk about the warriors, we're not talking about these people that used to go and fight, and as the white man told us, that just took out hearts and kill of people. We weren't that. It means we used to tell the youngest, if we were like they describe us, why we didn't need a jail? Because we didn't have thieves. Why? Because we didn't need that. We live in such a balance, in such an harmony, that we didn't know that. We used to trade instead of pay, right? So it wasn't rich or poor in our society. We all were equal, and everyone was worried that everyone else has the necessary things to live, and in order of that, they have a position in the village, something to do for everyone. So uh, that harmony the Euro people didn't understand, and that's why they describe us like bad people. But in reality, we were way more advanced than them in those terms. And the moon dance is a reconnection with this part of us, of who we really was born to be. So the women are aligned with the earth and the moon during the menstrual cycles. Said It said that the menstruation is an offering, and it is called as well the magic moon water. In the dance is the flow of life. It is the connection with the cycles of life and with the universal power. Our elders used to say that we didn't have to be one or heart in order to make or to give to Mother Earth this offer of blood. That's why the menstrual cycles were created. So we come from the stars, as our Cherokee Indians brothers told us, wrapped in the sacred mystery of creation. The menstruation is sacred, and it is learning to recognize it as the purification process. So every time that we women used to have our cycles, we strongly believe that it's a purification process and it's a moment where it's a lot of strength on our spirits and reason why we're not allowed to go into the sweat lodge during this time because the wise elders used to say that we can pull lots of energy from everyone in there. Then the woman become as secret at that time of the menstruation, and it represents when the sky disappears and is reborn. Without wounds, they give their offering to the earth. Oh, this is what I was talking about. The Lakota know it as Ishnati, that it means dwelling alone, a woman's secret work time. So we used to have what we call it the red carpet, where we used to get together every woman that was on their moon. We call it actually our moon because usually it was connected somehow with the full moon. Every time that was full moon in the village, most of the women used to have their cycle at the same time, and the grandmothers who didn't have it anymore, they used to come together to teach us and to take care of the ones that we still have it. It has been performed for several years. It's not very common nowadays, but it's a beautiful thing to do together because that reinforces our relationship as sisters. And we used to do that in order to help each other to grow, right? In all terms, spiritual, to healing in the mind, in the body, everywhere. So the time came for Tonkashila to create a woman, and there was no moon at that time. The sun called all the planets to unite. Then he tore out his eye and threw it into the wind to a certain place. And in that feminine flash, the moon was created with its new orbit. He said, I have touched you, and you have come out of my shadow. You are a virgin planet. So, despite all the beliefs now or all the ideas that people have in our days about the moon being an artificial thing or something, the wise elders always told us that the moon is still affecting us. The moon affects our water, the moon affects our cycles, and even the moon affects our moods. So if you can, if you have little children or if you have like very old people and you analyze them during the full moon, they are really affected just the same way that the oceans. And if we realize that our body is made with 70% water, it's more than logical that and scientifically prove that the moon really affects us. So the way that it's going to do that, it's going to depend on your consciousness level. So you can use it in your better benefit or it could affect you for the bad. It depends of your consciousness. That's why the Toltecs used to say that elevate your consciousness level in these ceremonies is so important to us in order to can use those forces for our well-being. The Great Spirit said, you are the watcher of the generations who gives life. You will be the carrier of the universe. Dance is the integration of the sacred with nature to grow. What does it mean is that the moon is the regent of all the women, and all women are considered the vehicles to bring life into this universe. We are the only ones that can carry a new life. Obviously, with the help of our brothers, definitely we couldn't do it alone, but we are the ones that are responsible to raise, to grow inside of us that new life, bring it here, and it's going to be depending on us for a few years until they are ready to go on their own way. So that's why we're very special as well. We look for the coyolxauqui in each of us through the lunar dance, we transform as if we were an embryo that grow in that womb. The dance circle is where we are transformed from 9 years until our birth process arrives and we are born as the unified woman and man. The dual moon dance is created in order for us to have the support to grow spiritual, mentally, emotionally, and physically in a level that it's gonna help us to heal ourselves and to heal others. We really believe that we become a medicine woman and medicine man after approximately 9 years when you pass through all single knowledge of the Toltec wisdom, which is teach at the same time while we are dancing. So we dance through the night, then we sleep, and then we have the Toltec teachings directly from the elders, the wisdom keepers. So the virtue of the ceremony is to recognize and realign the dark side of the personality. Even though we believe that the moon dance is related with darkness, don't forget that it was created by the sun. When he ripped out his eye, create the moon. So in reality, we believe that this light from the sun dance and the apparently darkness or shadow from the moon dance are the yin and yang of the Toltec wisdom. We believe that put it together, we have balance in everything. And once that you accept this shadow as part of you, you become a complete human being. And your consciousness level, it doesn't matter what you do, it's gonna grow, it's gonna raise just because you're in there. So this is one of the books. Well, it's in Spanish. I'm not sure if it's a translation from Maria Suarez, that is the first elder that wrote about the coyolxauqui and everything that is related with the moon dance on it. And here. So we have in here, this is a picture of the real stone. The real stone is like almost 4 meters of diameter. It weighs 8 toneladas. I don't know how to say tons, I guess, in English. So it's super heavy. And they discovered this sacred geometry that the brothers and sisters Mayans talk about it into it. So if you can see the red lines across the figure of the body of coyolxauqui, is forming this sacred or holy geometry that was used for the Mayans to describe the stars and to write the perfection and can see everything how was created at the time that was created. They were capable to say when the big energies are gonna be here, when it was a good time to see it, when we're gonna have lots of food growing, and when it's not a good time to do things as well. So they were these people that used to see the stars, and everything was related as well with the coyolxauqui stone. So this other redness that is showing us the different snakes that are on her body. These snakes are specific in the teachings, are very specific into why they are in there and what are they doing. For example, the one that it has on her head on the top part, it means or is related with the wisdom that she have and the wisdom that she give it to us. The ones that are on her arms and on her legs are parts that showing off the four doors, the four forces, and everything that we look around in order to integrate in our life to become a complete human being. And the one that is on her belly, I don't know if you can see in the belly bottom, is like a long one with two heads. This one is protecting and showing up how important is that area for us, for all of us, woman and man, because that is considered the holy connection with the great universe, with the highest level of spirituality. That is our connection. Just like the umbilical cord was into our mother's womb, this is still an energetical connection with the great spirit. And in our days, we still have it and we need to protect it. So, okay. Sorry, well, I was seeing I didn't see your hand, but now I can see it. Oh, wait a second. I think that I'm still sharing. There. Okay, thank you. So, Brother Edward, you have your hand up. Do you have any question? I cannot hear you, brother.
I think Edward must be having some issues to connect to his microphone.
Oh, I see.
Yes, on the chat he said some messages.
Yes, I'm just seeing down that they cannot listen. Oh, sorry. I was sharing the screen. I didn't see the chat. Sorry about it. But this class is going to be recorded anyway, so I can send it back in case that some of you have some problems to follow up. I can send it without the problem. So, any question? Comments? Please go
I
on.
find it really, I found it interesting, but so true, eh? When it comes down to the past and the knowledge that they had. Yeah.
Indeed, Sister Rose. That's why they were the one of the amazing cultures that were since the beginning of the times, right? Thank you, sister.
Yeah. 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 Thank you.
Any other question? Any other comment?
Yes. Well, I just want to thank you so much for sharing this information with us, and I think it's all very clear. And I've never like realized the importance of like Mexican history in this way. Like I've never seen the images of this coyolxauqui stone like this, like in this sense, and now it has like a lot like more meaning for me. I mean, like I've been like sharing with you and with some of the other girls. Thank you so much. I am always so grateful for that. But like approaching to like Mexican history and Toltec history in this way, it's like very very new for me. I just didn't realize the importance like of being prepared like this. Thank you so much, Alejandrina.
My pleasure, my honor, hon, to share with you. Someone else would like to share or to comment on something? I see two hands raised.
Bonnie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm just absorbing.
Good, good. Well,
Yeah.
so from my side,
Thank
this
you.
will be it for tonight, and I hope to can see you next Friday. I remind you, if by any chance you cannot be on the live class, please just text to me and send me your email, and I can send you the recording after for sure. So for in case that you don't have it, I'm
Awesome.
just gonna put it in the chat. So all of you have it in case that someone are missing. 878790276. there it is. So if some of you doesn't have it, please, that is like the best way to connect with me. Just text me your email if you're gonna miss some classes, and I can send you the recorded so you can see it at your own time. And then any question that you might have, please let me know, and I wanna be more than happy to make it bigger or to answer it.
Awesome. Okay.
you.
So
Thank you
thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Yes.
Plaza Kamati to all of you. Thank you for your time and your faces and your hearts for joining me. And have a wonderful week. We see you each other next Friday, same time.
Okay.
Kisses to all of you.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Recording stopped.